Greetings, survivors. This is Hell's Janitor. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. And in today's video, I am going to show you how you can build the elevated killing corridor perfected. I believe I've perfected this design. I do not think, as far as I'm concerned, I have not come up with another idea that is a better design for an elevated zombie killing platform. So I'm going to show you how to build this in just a moment. So with that in mind, let's get started. Okay, here we go. The nice and easy build. First things we've got to do is we've got to give ourselves a nice, easy platform. Nice, solid foundation for us to build from. This will obviously work if you're in the snow biome, the desert biome, the forest biome. But you want to give yourself a nice, solid foundation. Make it nice and easy, nice and solid for you to build up from. Okay, so our first shapes are going to be, and we're going to do these in a nice contrasting color as well, so it's easy for you guys to see. A pole corner double is what we're going to select. That's our shape. We're going to make that a nice bright yellow, and we're going to put those down like so. 1, 2, 3. We're going to put one there and put one there as well. Right, we're going to put down a nerd pole for here so we can get above it. Now, the principle behind this is, again, for those of you who are familiar with floating bases, you won't need me to explain this to you. It's actually really, really simple. But basically, the in-game building physics sees these blocks as full blocks. So what we see is we see the empty gap and places that we can crouch through and crawl through and things that we can swing at and not hit, which is exactly what the zombies will see as well. But what the in-game building physics sees is it sees solid blocks, which is why these are able to connect and they look like they're floating. Dead simple. Right, next shape up. So this is our basic foundation. Okay, what we've got here is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 of those across the bottom. Next row up, rotated, so they're opposite. So they're the opposite rotation of the ones on the bottom. So you see the ones on the bottom are touching the ground, like so. The ones above them are rotated up the other way, as you can hopefully you can see that there from that block there. And then the ones on the top, it doesn't really matter quite so much. You can put those up the same way as these ones here. But yeah, so keep those ones opposed like that to give a nice big gap here for the zombies to not have anything to aim at. Right, then our next shape is going to be, we're going to go into the poles section. We're going to pick the pole half side centered. Okay, I'm going to do this one in a different color again so you can see what I'm putting down. We're going to make this one blue. We pick advanced rotation for this as well, and we place this one so it looks like, if we can get it in the right place, there we go. That one goes like that. We put that one next to the next one there. We put that one up there like so. We go over the other side. We do exactly the same thing again. Move those up to there, and then we can hopefully... Oh, Joel's open. And then we go up the top like that. And that is the basis of our step. Now, if we were going to build this out of blocks, what it would look like is the steps would look like this. This is what the steps would look like. So as far as the game physics is concerned, this is exactly what we built. You can see there how each shape takes up a full block space, but there's open gaps in the middle of it. This is what works to our advantage, and this is what enables this base to work as well as it does and to be as effective as it is. So that's what we need. So we've got concrete cubes on the bottom. We've got the double pole for the next piece, which should be that one there. Pole corner double for the next piece, opposed vertically. And then we've got the half pole side-centered for the actual steps up. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to build ourselves what will essentially amount to a pole-shaped walkway across. So we copy that rotation there. We can copy the next rotation there. So we leave nice big gaps. You can see how there's a nice big gap for each one. Now the zombies, again, they'll see that as a path. They will see that as a path, but it also means that they've got to parkour their way all the way across it to be able to get to where you are. Okay, so we've done steps and a pole walkway. Right, that's the first bit in. Next bit to go down is going to be our levitating base. Now, for those of you, again, those of you familiar with levitating bases or floating bases will probably be familiar with what I'm about to do. Now, there are a number of ways you can do this. You can use small blocks, the smallest shapes you can find in the shape menu. You can use sheets, you can use plates. I would advise against using sheets because they have about 10% of the health of a regular block. However, if you use these numbered shapes here, you can lay these down flat on the floor, like so, and you can put them up opposite one another, again, the same way as we did building the steps upward. You see that there? We can rotate those so they face upwards. And you'll notice that they are the same thickness as a sheet. Exactly the same thickness as a sheet, but they have the same health points as a full-size block. Which again, really, really, really works in our favour. We can copy that shape and copy that rotation there. So this is essentially this is what we're building. We're going to change the colour again. Nice contrasting colours. We'll make it blue, and then we can place these on top. In fact, we can jump up here. We can place these up here, like so. And again, the game, the physics engine in the game will see solid blocks from the platform all the way down to the ground. Okay? And what the zombies see is nothing. An area that we can walk through. And that is about as secure a floating base as you can possibly make. I don't think you can actually make a more secure one. English helps. English helps. So we're going to extend the platform out the sides again. Feel free to pretty this up as much as you want. I'm just showing you the basic function of the base. Right, we'll deselect the letters section. We'll go to ladders, and I like round ladders. We're going to I'm going to make a nice contrasting color again. We'll go yellow again this time. We'll rotate those around there like that. 2 blocks off the ground so the zombies don't see it as a path, but it's a path that you can access. So you can hop up on top of your platform. That's your way in and out. Easy peasy. Right, copy our shape, copy our rotation, and we'll build this up. We'll build this up in yellow again. And what we're going to do is we're going to build us a little box here, which will shield us from the flying zombies, and it will also provide a block to the line of sight for the puking policemen, the vomiting cavaliers. So if on a blood moon or any other horde that happens, the puking policemen happen to spawn behind you or to the side of you, they won't vomit until they can see you, which means that they will be able to see you from the front. But by that point, you should be seeing them, and you should be focusing those guys as soon as you possibly can. This base will work AFK 99% of the time. There is not a single AFK base that I'm aware of that will do anything to take care of puking policemen. Anything with a ranged attack on it, you're always going to struggle with. So I mean, you will have to take care of those, because if they vomit at you, it will do damage, and if your block shapes are not strong enough, it will destroy them. Right, and copy that shape there. Actually, we'll copy the rotation too. Boom, done. And we'll put us a nice flat roof on the top here. And what we're going to add here is we're going to add us some iron. Actually, let's just do spikes. And we'll grab us a handful of spikes. But for now, as far as the roof goes, all we've got to do is put down our selection of spikes. And then we can drop off the front there. Oh, alright, we dropped all the way to the ground, but it doesn't really matter. And we can head up there. Okay, so there we go. So the roof, if I God mode up and we fly around, so there's the roof. Roof is done. That protects us for the time being from vultures. Obviously, as you upgrade later on, you can add automated defense and whatever have you to that. Very, very, very easy. Right, now we want to do our shape menu again for the kill box itself. We want to go back to poles. We want our regular pole here, which is the corner, the ordinary corner pole. I'll do this one in red so you guys can see it. We want to do advanced rotation again. And we will put this one up. One over that side. One over that side. Get rid of our spike traps. We'll put our wood hatch down. Now, the reason I choose wood hatches is because whenever I go for iron hatches directly, I can never work out which way round to face them. At least with a wood hatch, two bonuses. One, you can see the handle and you can see the hinges. So if I rotate it backwards, like so, you can see the hinges are facing away from me and the handle is closest towards me, which means that it'll open up that way. All we've got to do then is upgrade it to metal, then to iron with our iron hatch, and then we've got a nice iron hatch. You can do this with steel as well, but for now we just go for iron hatches. It's more for us to be able to get in and out of here more than anything else. There isn't really any other reason to have that other than to have it as an escape route. Right, we'll put our iron door there. We can open and close that. Beautifully done. So we've got our way in and out. We've got our steps. We've got our elevated corridor. We've got our killing platform. And that's it. Simple as that to build. Really, really, really easy, and as you will see momentarily in a demonstration, it is super, super, super effective. Like I said, it's about 99% AFK. It will deal with just about every single zombie the game can throw at you, including demolishers. It works really well with your throwable items, and we'll demonstrate that. We'll demonstrate that very soon. But that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the build. That's how it's done. Okay, 5 in-game minutes, 3 in-game minutes away from the Blood Moon. Just so as you guys are aware, I am currently game stage 60, level 40, and I have put absolutely zero. I've put nothing, no points into anything here. So this is just about as lower base of vanilla character as you could possibly imagine. And here they come, and this is how effective this base is. Now you can see here the zombies, they have to parkour, they have to get all the way up, they have to navigate 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and each time they jump, there's always a risk that they're going to fall down. We run with 64, I'm running with 64 zombies for this test build. I can tell you now that I have run through this Blood Moon about 10 times on repeat without ever bothering to repair a block, and the base has stood each time. Now obviously that's concrete, which has 5,000 HP. If you build this out of cobblestone, it's probably not going to last that many Blood Moons. But you can see here, you can AFK this to your heart's content. They will just congregate around there, they'll loop, they'll run, they'll try and jump. You may get the odd zombie that might make it all the way to the top. Oh, the nurse nearly made it. Is the biker going to make it? No. What about the janitor? No, he's not going to make it up there either. So you can see, this is how effective this base really is. But for an AFK base, I think it's amazing. But where this base really shines, in my opinion, is with your throwable items, particularly Molotovs. Molotovs could well be my new favourite item in the game. And we've got a nice congregation of zombies hanging around down there, so we just aim for the centre of the group with a lit molly, and whap. There we go. And all we've got to do now is just sit back, look, watch them burn. That's going to be some nasty smelling carpet down there. Yike. All right, 800 XP, 2400 XP, 2800, 3600, 4400, 48, 52, 56, 6000 XP, 6750, 6750 XP from just one Molotov. That is how effective this base is. This is why I love it. I spent a little bit of time researching this, different block shapes, different step designs, different everything, and this is by far the most effective one I have found to date. And all we do now is we just got to wait. I was hoping they were all going to congregate on one side so we could actually do it all in one Molotov, but as it is, they're congregating one lot of zombies each side, so we'll just give them, a double dose of burning. So that's 2 Molotovs. That should be an entire wave there. XP count is up to 5200, 5600, 6800, 7200, 7950, 8350 XP, and that's from 2 Molotovs. Now, if you're lucky enough and you can get them all to congregate on one side, obviously it's going to cost you less in resources. But the reason I like this base as much as I do is because it doesn't cost you anything really in ammo, providing you have the ability to get hold of gasoline, glass jars, cloth fragment, and the odd bottle of oil. You can make Molotovs really easily. Basically, all you really need is a wrench and a handful of cars in the world. And you just go around with your wrenches and just wrench out the cars, and you'll get all the materials that you'll need to craft your own Molotovs. And you do often get them from tier 1 quest rewards from the traders as well. So if you're running a standard playthrough and you're running with traders and you're doing quests from traders, make sure that you take your Molotovs and or including your grenades and your pipe bombs. Pipe bombs not quite as effective, but they are still effective. What I normally do with a pipe bomb, again, they're dirt cheap to craft. What I'll do is I'll lob a couple down. You can hear now there's a vulture above me trying to batter its way in. Look at that. Handful of pipe bombs. Pipe bombs, so easy to craft. What's the recipe for a pipe bomb? You need demolitions expert to craft it, but it's 1 plant fibre, 12 gunpowder and 1 short iron pipe. Absolutely bonkers cheap and really good. Grenades, again, regular and contact are really effective. Now, obviously, explosives are going to do some block damage when you chuck them down there. But grenades and explosives, super effective. All throwable items from this base is where this one really, really, really shines. As you can see, they're all looking to the path. They're all looking to the steps to see if they can get up towards us. None of them have come milling around the platform underneath at the moment, which means that we're in absolutely no danger whatsoever. I mean, literally no danger at all. The only danger we're going to possibly be in is if any zombie at all decides that they can make it all the way to the top of the platform here and then make it all the way across. Is he going to make it? Oh, I thought the utility worker was going to make it, but he didn't make it. What a sausage. And, oh, there we go. Right, there's a case in point. That is why that is not entirely AFK. Spider zombies can get up here. It's quite a precarious landing for them. They do have to land on this, which is not easy for them. 99% of the time, they'll miss. 99% of the time, they will miss completely. You'll be perfectly safe. But you can see, just regular mollies. In the early game, get yourself some glue, some wood, and some short iron pipes. Really easy to find in the world. You should find those everywhere in early game loot. Craft yourself some basic pipe weapons. Your pipe pistol and your pipe machine gun and your pipe rifle are all going to be really effective here. But if you don't have the ammo for them, get yourself some throwables. If you don't have anything at all you got to do is just sit here and wait it out. You could just sit here and wait it out. If anything actually makes it up here, all you got to do is take out a trusty club. Now, I mean, you should have a club. Everybody should have a club because it's part of the opening quest. You have to craft one in order to find the trader. So if anything makes it up as far as this hatch here, all you do is you whip out your club, give them a quick whack on the noggin, and yeah, your troubles will be all over. But yeah, super effective. Really, really effective. We've got more waves. Oh yeah, we've got more zombies coming in. All right, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. We'll see how early we can beat this this game stage 40 Horde. I'm hoping we'll get it done by about 1 AM. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait. See there, spider zombie tried to jump up, couldn't get through. Milling around down there, still trying to figure out a way to get up here. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a nice big, look at that, nice big gathering, and most of them are all over one side. Quick Molotov, chuck it down the bottom, and let them all burn. Now, obviously, you can do this as a standalone base. You can do this as a Horde base, which will be away from your main base. You can do this as an add-on, as an attachment to your main base as well. You know, if you want to build a, like living quarters out the back or anything like that. You know, some people prefer to have Horde bases away from their main living area. Some people prefer to have an all-in-one. I'm in the latter category. I like to have an all-in-one base where I can do all my crafting, all my building, all my cooking, and my zombie fighting all in one spot. I don't like locating from one spot to another. However, it's absolutely doable. See, spider zombie still trying to get in. He can't make it. He can't make it, and all we're doing is we're farming XP at this point. Now, a little comment on the design of the base. The reason it's been designed with these particular blocks in essence, rather than the solid blocks, which would obviously make it easier to see and easier to build. But the reason we've done it like this is because when zombies take full damage, they do... Oh, here we go. There's our first one. Get rid of him. Right, there's the vomit. That's what I'm talking about. Got to take care of those guys. That's the first one we've seen in all the testing that I've done on this base. And you can see there, he came at us from the front and vomited up at us. Got to take care of those guys post-haste. Really got to deal with the puking policeman. There's not really an awful lot you can do about it unless you surround the base with spike traps. But spike traps are not gonna... They're not gonna focus on policemen exclusively. You could try a turret, I suppose. You could try a junk turret, see if that would take care of them. But it would have to be close enough that it could be activated, and make sure that you got plenty of ammo in it as well. But essentially, I would just say, shoot the coppers. Just focus them hard. And you'll be absolutely fine. But anyway, back to the point we were going to make about the comments on the design of the base. Zombies, when they take full damage, instantly go into their area attack mode, or their destroy everything mode, or their rage mode. So what we're basically trying to do is we are trying to limit the area of blocks that the zombies can actually see to swing at. And you can see, you know, they're jumping and they're running, but there's a few random swings here and there, but they're not actually focusing any blocks as an attack. They're enraged, but there's nothing for them to hit. And that, again, is why I think this base design is as strong as it is. Simply because it does take some damage, but it does take very little. It takes very, very, very little damage. We'll show you once we either beat the Horde or the Horde night is over. I'm hoping we're going to be able to beat it fairly soon. I don't think there are too many more waves of zombies coming in, so I reckon one more good Molotov. No, I was wrong. There are more coming in. Right, there's a policeman again. We've got to focus that guy. Get rid of him. There's another one down there. Focus that guy. Again, not just the vomit, but the explosions from them as well. When they take a certain amount of damage, they get below a certain amount of health points, they will explode as well, and that can cause a good deal of splash damage. So yeah, got to watch out for the coppers again. But I'm hoping there aren't going to be... I'm hoping we're going to beat this fairly soon. I'm hoping this lot here could hopefully be the last lot. If we get rid of those, we might be able to drop down and go and survey the carnage and go and survey the damage that they've done. Give it a few seconds. They should all burn out. And then hopefully the music will stop. Music has stopped, and there we go. Just before 2 AM, with a 64 Horde zombie at game stage 40. Sorry, game stage 60. My bad. Game stage 60. And we've beaten the Horde. And there we have it. Base is still standing. Some of the spikes are a little bit bent up, thanks to the vultures. But now we can survey the damage. 99 damage on that block. 145 damage on that block. 157 damage on that one. See, not a huge amount of damage. It does take some damage, so you will need to be able to repair it after the event. But for the most part, a lot of the damage on the ground is done by the throwables. As you can see there, we've damaged the tarmac a little bit from the throwables. So you could make this a completely concrete area all the way along the bottom there. But yeah, there we go. And all the lovely loot, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 loot bags out of that. We get some zombie dog carcasses as well that we can harvest with a blade knife, if, you know, or a blade knife. A blade knife, really hells. A bladed weapon. That is it. And hopefully under here, absolutely nothing. They did not touch this at all. They focus solely on this part here, trying to get up the steps. But because they have to parkour their way up here, they miss their jumps all the time. So there we go. Fairly successful demonstration, I think. So thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you made it to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed the content, please feel free, drop us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel too if you'd like to see more content like this. Really does help me out a lot. Comments and thumbs up really do help, so I would really appreciate it. If you think there's a way that this could be improved, or if you think there are any additions that we could make to this, or any changes or anything like that, feel free, let me know in the comments down below. I enjoy this build so much. This is going to be adopted into my live playthroughs that I do every week, Monday to Friday, starting at 5 p.m. GMT on Twitch. Link for my channel will be in the description down below. I would love for you to come and hang out with us and watch us derp around and play some 7 Days to Die over there as well. But for the meantime, again, thank you guys for sticking with me to the end. Remember, until next time, be good. If you can't be good at it, and I will hopefully catch you guys in the next video.